So for the first religion, I decided to do Islam, um, and I am going to paraphrase my classmates' um, basically description of Islam. He said Islam is the second largest religion with 1.1 million followers. Muslims, which is roughly about almost 25% of the world's population. Islam is monotheistic, which means that the followers of Islam only believe in one God. Um, and he goes on and talks about um, the history and stuff of Islam, and he talks about five pillars. So Muslims have five obligations to try and satisfy in order to live a good and responsible life in the eyes of Islam. Those five pillars are the Shahadi, Salat, Zakat, Swam, and Hajjah. um, Pray 5 times a day throughout the day, give to the less fortunate, declaring faith in God and belief in Muhammad, to make at least one trip to the Mecca if you are available. What I could tell is that, as in any religion, they have like a guideline basically um, that they have to follow. Um, I think from that paraphrasing, I think the most important thing you could take out of it is the five pillars. Um, One of my friends practices that religion, and I learned a lot from him. Basically, he talks about like a lot of stuff that he's got to follow, and the five pillars, and all the stuff that he has to follow. So yeah, I guess the praying is very important. Every religion has different sets of prayers that they have to do. Um, you very important stuff. What you could do with this knowledge is uh, it just helps you like broaden your knowledge of different religions and how people like live their life and stuff. Um, because there's like no certain way of like living life. Everyone lives it differently, and everyone like has their own belief, and everyone like follows their like own beliefs. So like every belief is different, and this is a good example. Um, a new fact about Islam um, would be that um, let's see, um, they have a sacred text called the Hebrew Bible, and yeah, just like with every religion, they have like a certain text that they have from their leader, quote unquote. The next one I'm gonna do is Taoism, and from the Peter, they said Taoism is a means denotes a path or a way, and the word Tao was used by Confucianists to communicate as to how human beings would act in a society. Um, Tao's main concept was to allow people to understand that because human life is mostly just a small part of a regular nature cycle, the only humans that act ultimately make sense are those that are in harmony with nature's flow. What I could take out of that is what's important to know is that we are like in a cycle. We have like we live our own lives and stuff, but our life is only a small part of a cycle, which is true because nature and stuff has been around and always been around, and it's always gonna cycle and stuff. It's always gonna cycle around and all that. It's always gonna be here. We leave a footprint behind, but our time, on Earth isn't forever, so I guess it's more of connecting your life to everything like around us, so like nature and stuff, like wildlife and all that. Because the world does not like revolve around us. Nature is like a big part of us, and just like connecting us to nature in that sort of way. What you could take from this is that um, they're more focused on other stuff other than like religion, so they focus on peace and stuff and like finding the inner peace, um, like the yin yang symbol, like the black and white with like the meditation. Um, I guess it's a good way of them just trying to find peace and all that, um, which is nice because right now it would be nice to have some peace with what's going on in the world right now. Um, so yeah, um, that's all I have with that, and yeah.